I did a thing. I obtained French B1 level, French language B1 level, and I'm super proud of myself. While I got hospitalized in between for my canal capillary surgery, and while at the same time I've had to submit my dissertation for my master's program, Human Resource Management. It took me 4 years to actually finally finish my master's because I got sick in between. I had pregnancies, and it was a 2-year program, which it took me twice the time. I'll tell you all about it one day. But my point is, first, I'm really, really proud of myself that I did this. But a few lessons that I learned through this journey. Number one, I needed to remain consistent. I used to hear podcasters and entrepreneurs say, you have to be consistent, you need to stick to the program and don't change. And I used to question that. I used to think, oh my God, life happens, and what about other responsibilities? What if I'm not able to keep up to what I promised myself to do? But I also had to be hard on myself because I hadn't, for 7 years that I've been in France, it's been very difficult for me to communicate in the French language. I've said this in my previous videos, but this time around I decided to take an intense French course in the midst of doing my dissertation, and I knew it was going to be hard because I also have a 2-year-old that I had to put to crash full time. But the lesson that I got from this is that sometimes I need to make hard decisions, even if it means I have to study in spaces where it's not comfortable. Like here, I was waiting for my daughter to finish her dance class, and I took my laptop with me to work outside. It was an hour and a half that I could use, and I literally did this randomly, where I would go to spaces, public spaces. While I play motherhood, I would also play student, And one thing I promised myself is that I'm not going to let my children grow up in the same environment that I have grown up in. I grew up in a village, and I didn't have a lot of resources. Hence, I'm only doing my master's at 40. And I grew up in a village where there wasn't a lot of opportunities. And this has really gotten me thinking hard about what my future needs to look like. What am I building for my children? What legacy do I want to leave for my kids? So, and this is why I had to put my foot down. I needed to be very honest with myself about, I'm never going to have time, about how I really want to achieve this. So I'm super proud of myself. Remaining consistent, it's the main thing that I took out of this 2 months that was very intense for me. And also just setting goals for myself. Like, what do I want to achieve out of this? Why am I putting myself into such pressure? Because I just turned 40, and I live in a country where I need to build my profession, and I don't speak the language. It had to happen.